to do that again to you later. So Chelly Hegan, who is the president and CEO of Upper Hudson Planned Parenthood. And also someone who I'm very excited to meet and talk to more in the future, Elena Lipsier. Yeah, she's just gonna let me go with that, I apologize. She is the SUNY Albany student and president of Planned Parenthood Generation on the SUNY Albany campus.
I know I have heard everyone else say this, but I have never stood in front of this many people in my life. Talk about, and I'll get to it in a minute, but this is about our future. This march and marches across the country and around the world are about our future, and our future is in her hands. So I'd like to hear from you first.
Hi, thank you, Chelly. My name is Elena Lipsy. I'm currently an undergraduate student at SUNY Albany, like was previously said. As a young woman, Planned Parenthood and its work is incredibly important to me. Of course, it is important to me because I am an activist and it is important across our nation, but also on a very personal level. Being a young woman, I am constantly targeted by an unforgiving world. My body is targeted, my voice is targeted, my space is targeted. And I am a tremendously privileged young woman, but I am a young woman nonetheless. And as such, I am told by my surroundings that I am not valuable, that my body is unsafe. I am judged by the weight of my flesh, expected to fulfill others' desires. I am objectified and psychologically and emotionally worn down by rhetoric meant to demonstrate that I am not my own, that I take up too much space, that I ask for too much. Which is why Planned Parenthood is not simply a place where I have received preventative medical care. Planned Parenthood is a space where I have been allowed to validate and care for myself, and I have been cared for. Even as I have believed and internalized the violent messages young women across this nation experience daily. In a world where pain and fear and judgment are rampant, Planned Parenthood opens doors and the hearts of a staff whose agency and compassion has consistently received me, as well as countless other young people and folks across all identities. I am so proud to stand with Planned Parenthood today. Surely the political terrain ahead will challenge us, but so long as these doors stay open, space will be held not only for myself, but for all young women and for all of us.
So if she's our future, I think we're pretty in good hands, right? We know that 1 in 5 women will go to a Planned Parenthood health center at some point in their life. So look around you. We're here. We're not going anywhere. Women's marches across the country and around the world have inspired us beyond belief, because as women, we have taken a back seat for way too long, and we have cleaned up other people's messes for way too long. That time is over. Just being together today reminds me that there is always a path forward. Our paths have been separate for a long time now. Each of us have been committed to issues with all of our hearts, but we have maybe not noticed that other people are on other paths that are connected to our own. People at Planned Parenthood have stayed on the path that says working to guarantee people have full agency over their body is important. That the decisions we as women make should be respected and supported. And that every young person deserves honest sex education. as they set their sights on a very bright future. People in other organizations, like our friends at Citizen Action, have been working tirelessly to ensure fair wages and safe working conditions and equality in housing and employment. That's right, they have. Some of us have worked on paths that say that we can love and marry who we want, that we have freedom and agency over our lives to express our identities in a way that is true to us. Others have been working tirelessly to honor the destigmatize people with mental illness and recognize that we are all one community and we need each other. Even more people have been working to end violence in our communities targeted against Black people, brown people, Muslims, and Jews. There are those here today who have spent their lives working to ensure high quality and safe public schools worthy of the wonderful young people who attend them. To all of you, to all of us, I open my heart and stand humble and grateful. I submit to you today that this is the day that we can no longer see any of these issues as separate. Today is the day we unite. Today is the day we unite in resistance to our hijacked democracy. As of today, we stand as one community. We stand committed to one another. Where we see injustice and oppression, we must react. Gone is the moment when we can say to our union brothers and sisters that their issue is not our issue. Gone is the moment that we can look our Muslim neighbor in the eye and say their oppression is not our oppression. Gone is the moment when we can turn our back on our transgender families and tell them their fight is not our own. A wise woman once said that women's rights are human rights. And human rights are women's rights. That woman fought her whole life for women and children and families. And today, we must make a promise to one another that all our rights are important. We must commit to protecting one another. We must move forward into the coming years as a compassionate and fierce wall of resistance. Together, we will resist those that would rob us of our rights and dignity, those that would throw away the future of our glorious young people, those that would destroy our community with hate and division. And as I said, that moment is gone. And this is our moment. This is the moment that our children and grandchildren will talk about. They will say to us one day, "Mom, what did you do? Grandpa, where were you?" This is our moment. This is our moment to hold each other's hand, to reach out to someone you don't know and ask them, and mean it, "How are you, and what can I do?" This is our moment. This is the moment, and together we can shape what it will become. Together we decide what happens next. This is our moment to choose each other over division, to choose love over hate, to choose our future. This is the moment we have been destined for, and our destinies are linked forever. I thank you all for sharing this moment with me. I look forward to making it the longest, strongest moment that will change things forever.